So here's the piece. The end of the cable has that. And then here's the piece that's got, this end is like a collet, it's split. And so when you tighten up that little nut, it's like kind of clamping down on the end of the cable. So when you undo that, I mean, it's just been, you know, years kind of clamped on there. That's why I had to actually put a little penetrating oil, because that's sticking out the back end of that, and just tap with a punch a little bit, not super hard, and then it kind of started moving, and then that was it. So then you can slide that down, and then that lets you get this cable end out of that receiver. And so I'll put it back together the, you know, reverse order. And then there's 3 bolts. Well, there's 2 bolts here, but the third fastening point is actually a nut with like a shoulder washer on it. So easy. And then the only other thing is, you know, this goes through your autopilot, and then you slide a metal washer, and then a cotter pin goes through that hole. Those are these. And that's all there is to it, really. So again, your cable that goes to the back of the speedometer is going further away from you toward the engine here, and the cable that's running down to the transmission, which has a keyway like a tack drive would, that is going into the port that's closer to you. See if I can focus that better. Anyway, you can see that keyway on it. That's that. Big difference, huge help to oil that, even though the service bulletin for those say they're kind of like lifetime lubricated. But nope, I mean, it made a huge difference to do that. So, and it's not really that hard to pull that thing out of here and do it. So might be a good idea if you have one of these autopilot units.